interesting, and I'd like to see those little bits and pieces.
Do you have them on?
Many of them taken out, where there's maybe 2 or 3 minutes, or maybe 6 or 7 minutes.
Do you have a Do you have them on digital format already?
Yes.
Okay, because I can't convert it to digital format, but I can convert it to from digital to the format to go on. I can put it onto the YouTube for you very easily.
Well, if it's on a DVD, isn't that you can transfer that, can't you?
I don't currently have that program. I'd have to get updated on that. Maybe Rome's can help me out. He's one of my engineers in the chat room here. Maybe he can help me out to do that. He wants to get involved in what we're doing also. That Free World Alliance website, that's part of your Free World Manifesto book? Is that associated with that?
Well, the manifesto is about the thesis of, it's about freedom. It's about having a world that is free rather than united.
I think it's an awesome idea.
The antithesis of the United Nations. And it doesn't matter whether you're an atheist or whether you're a believer in Jesus Christ or Buddha or Muhammad, or absolutely nothing but, your great God may be a beanstalk. That's okay. It's your choice.
I actually don't like to use the word God, but I use it as a simple term. I prefer the term all that is. Because nothing can be created that's not created by God. So God is all that is. There's no part.
ATI.
Yeah.
There's ATI.
Yeah.
ATI. All that is.
Right. If God is everywhere at all times, there's no part of any part of the multiverse, for those with ears to hear, that can be separate from God at any time.
Well, the free world is people for as long as I can remember, since Alger Hiss, who created the United Nations for this evilarchy, came about. He was the first Secretary General of the United Nations Organizational Conference in 1945. Since that time to the present, the United Nations has grown, and we have been looking at the face of world government coming down and breathing down upon our neck. And it is stoppable, but it will only be stopped with the organization which allows for freedom, because there will be more people who will readily accept freedom and their right and opportunity to choose for themselves than they will accept having somebody else think for them, act for them, and use them as a pawn in the game of international chess.
That is, once they realize that they are pawns. The tough part is the revelation. I have a feeling it'll happen in a natural course. I think we're going through a human drama right now, there's
an exponential rise of awareness that is occurring right now. It is unstoppable. It's rising fast. There are more people. 41 years ago, when I produced and released the Illuminati, I envisioned a day would come when I could talk to you like this, and I could talk about a world that is free. But somebody has to put it in a form that is understandable, that is acceptable. So many of us are acceptathetic, to coin a new word.
That's a good one.
They are acceptathetic.
They're apathetic to accepting new ideas.
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah, I like that one.
But I mean, you can use it in various terms, but I mean, they simply accept what isn't so. They don't investigate.
Well,
by a group of us just on this chat room coming together and saying, look, here's what we can do. We can put together a film on the free world and present this as the antithesis of the United Nations, and we will see it grow rapidly there is no stopping this growth, because this awareness is growing so fast that it is frightening this oligarchy, this evilarchy. That's why their pedal is to the metal.
And we're going
That's why they are rushing, and I think that maybe within 60 to 70 days we could have food riots in America if they create a war with Iran and close the oil coming out of the Straits of Hormuz, with 40% of that being stopped. They could justify this tremendous escalation of the price of gasoline.
I think
And
that
continue our belief, or the nation's belief, that we are dependent upon that, which isn't so. It's dinosauric thought, and it's necessary. Yeah. These films that we're doing right now are necessary to break this chain, or the chains, the bonds that bind us.
I think you've been on the right path. I think you've been ahead of your time, and I think that you're in a fortunate position right now because all of these topics are becoming popular. They're becoming trendy, you know, and to have something like Google Video and YouTube, and have your stuff be spread with just a click of the button. It can you can get 1 million views in a month, and this information can get out there. I think that you and Jordan Maxwell and Michael Tessarian and the rest of the people who've been doing this for a long time, and the rest of us are just catching up. I think you're in a very fortunate position right now with our technology the way it is. We're at a window right now.
If you can take some of these films, and I'll send them to you, and you can pick maybe 20 clips per film, and we can do 20 films, 20 clips per film times 20. We can put up 400 clips. Let's say 444 is my favorite. Let's put up 444 clips on YouTube and MySpace.
Mm-hmm.
I had a girl call me and said that she had just put up MySpace, my material on MySpace. I didn't create it. I didn't put it together. She did. And it's up there. I don't know how to find it, but it's up there. And
I can create you a YouTube channel and put your videos on the YouTube channel, and they'll probably be 10-minute segments.
Well, it shouldn't be the whole thing. We don't want to give them all of the picture. We want them to
do a trailer.
Got clips that I've done in China, in Manchuria, in the Chongba Mountains, on the Great Wall of China, in Shanghai and Hong Kong and Taipei and Tokyo, and in Africa. We just need to...
The China ones would go well right now with the Olympics.
Well, this is and I hope that you'll apologize for my use of it, God awful. It is a disgrace that this country and our American people would see the games, would see the contest without seeing the big picture, without understanding the game that is global and the war for the world. With that, my friend, I'll say good night.
Thank you so much for being with us tonight, Mr. Hilder.
Please, we've got a webmaster. His name is Ron Keller.
Ron Keller.
And you have this number. It's 928-227-0760.
We got that.
And we need to, I think if we had another 444 clips up there addressing a multitude of these issues, and we have, and certainly I accept your offer to, or volunteer
It's a great idea. That's what I do. I do YouTube clips. Take video and just put it on YouTube, upload it. It's real simple. I'd be glad to help.
The free world is a reality. I've been in. I've seen the battle between the Mashona and the very